Yes. So good evening to all of you. So nice that you are here. And welcome to the Q-Talk time. So I am Carmen. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Carmen.
Hi.
Exactly, it's a little bit more of an interactive format. You can talk to us. We hope to be talking to you. So, I'm Nina. It's really nice to meet you all. So wonderful you're here.
Hi,
For this year, we were discussing that Q-Talk Time for us is a collective, co-created, and also a caring conversational space to which we invite you very warmly. And we also want to work with this space to connect and also to build diverse queer communities. And for that reason, we have wonderful hosts and we have invited guests from all over the place to be with us tonight and talk about the art and activism with us. Over to you, dear Carmen. Is it you?
Yeah, it's me. So first, I have to say my English is really bad, so I hope you understand me. And second can be that I switched to German, and Rina will translate for me. So
Maybe. Are you for me?
Can be.
I think it's you again. It might
I
be
was
you.
really
Yeah,
good because I want to do one,
Yes,
and you
you
don't
can
want
do one.
it. So
Yes.
now we have the problem.
I think actually we have also not introduced another special guest of ours this evening.
This is my children, the Pinky Fabulous Flamingo. One applause for them. Today is the first evening, so it is really elegant for the gala. Tomorrow we have another outfit.
Very ambitious. We try.
So yeah, and this year, really important, now we are serious. This year we launched a fundraising action for LGBT plus Right Ghana to support the local community on the ground. LGBT Right Ghana is a youth-led organization that formed in 2018. They advocate for LGBT plus people and their rights in Ghana and create inclusive and safe space for queer people locally. Lida, this morning we received the news that 9 people were arrested yesterday on the basis that they are LGBT plus activists and or LGBT people. Donation flyers with all other relevant information and donation box can be found here and in the cinema. And tomorrow we will screen a video from LGBT Ghana. Thank you for your support.
Yes. So therefore, we would like to introduce the wonderful people who will join us tonight for the Q-Talk time, and it's back to you, dear Carmen.
I speak a lot. Why? We did something wrong. I hope tomorrow you speak a lot. Okay. I hope you understand me. Okay. We are more than happy that these wonderful people will be with us tonight. Please warmly welcome with us to Ginny Writers with Ginny. Ginny writes essay, does poetry, workshop, talk, and a lot of thinking about the interviewing of blackness, disability, fatness, and queerness. Ginny's Ginny's favorite things include ice cream, watermelon drink, and baby elephant in a variable order. Right now, Jenny is focusing on disability, life solidarity, joy and end of the world, and radicality as empowerment. Ginny will facilitate this wonderful panel, and we are so happy you are here. And then I'm really happy to have on the stage my friends and the wonderful activist from Sudan and artist, Heita Gubara.
And we are also really, really happy that Victoria and Augustus from the Vilnius Queer Festival, Krevis, and the Ishgirste Lithuanian Queer Archive are with us tonight. Thank you for being here. And then Elios and Oscar, who are both protagonists in Orlando. Please also, yes, say hello to us. Thank you very much. We will start this evening by now showing a short film by Eta. Please note that this film will contain sex scenes, and we're going to start the evening with this film by Eta, and then it's over to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
What if we become as the shadows, each one of us a shadow, we just shadows, even the things that we touch, to eat, to drink, to play with, to make sport, become shadow as we are. Do you think you will notice the color of the people? Do you think that you will notice the race of the people? No gender, no color, no race. We can live with our dark side and love it as it is. Do you still think it's just shadow? We can be happy, we can be just ourselves. No judgment. No racism. No sexism. Just us. We're just shadows.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for bringing us your movie. Me personally imagine it to be a kind of scary situation to sit in the same room as all the people watching the movie.
Yeah. I was just like hiding Alice.
Yeah, that's
me.
Is this why you took the first row, so you can see the faces of everyone?
Actually, it came by coincidence, but that helps.
Mm. I really enjoyed your movie, and I have a lot of questions
Really?
written down.
Okay.
Well, I've seen it like 3 times now.
Wow.
Yeah, and I have one critique point. I would have liked some face sitting.
You would like?
I would have liked some face sitting. The last scene of the people, I would have liked one to lay down and the other one to sit on the face. Ooh. So maybe for the next film, if you're planning a second part of it, I'm here for face sitting.
Yeah?
Yeah, because of the
Okay.
explicit nature, you know.
I mean, face sitting is the most important thing.
In my life, it's like
I mean, like,
it's up there or down there.
hallelujah. I cannot say nothing.
Okay, I will ask you some serious questions now.
Please.
Are you sure? We can talk about face sitting some more.
Yeah, that also good. Or we can, yeah.
So,
Or we can just like ignore the people when they're not there. We just like
I'm not there. Okay, so do you receive or do you give? Yeah, me too, both. I can take some. I can take some. Breathing is not that important. But I don't want.
like breathing. Why we need air?
Well,
We have the pure air.
yeah, just smell it all in your face. I mean, I have a text about that, but I'm not gonna.
Oh my god, I'm sweating now. Can we please get to the serious questions? I'm really sweating now.
I have a fan.
Oh, thank you.
So more about face sitting then. No. Again, thank you for bringing the movie. And I'd like to know, because I'm selfish and I'm ignoring the povels, what came first? Did you have the images in your head first, or did you have the text first?
Actually, because hello, it's not stopping?
It's stopping. Now it's
Yeah,
stopped.
okay. Oopsie.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It did some hard work.
So, the image came first because this is the second project that I did only with shadow. The first was a photo project, it was in film. And like for me, shadow is just like the other side of us. And then I was just thinking to develop my idea, and then that time I was like really facing a lot of racism here in Hamburg, and kind of like homophobia, but not in Hamburg, like homophobia from my people in Sudan. So I was like trying to like make a mixture of all those in film, and I was like, really, I just believe that's like, look at you, like for example, you're sitting, right? And then your hand is there, like a shadow. Can you see it? It's like, if I don't have this mentality that, oh, that's a hand, I would never gonna see it's like a hand of a, sorry for this, a hand of a white person, right? It's just a hand. I don't know what is it. Maybe I would never know what is it if I'm not have this mentality that's the mindset. So it's like, and also the shadow is the other part of us. I mean, look, we can hide from everything in this world, right? But we cannot hide from our shadows. It's like part of us, so we cannot hide from our shadows. Yeah, just when we are sleeping, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe when there's no light.
Yes,
And that's the thing, the
Yeah.
light. So it's I'm just losing my English also, Carmen.
Which language do you want to use?
If someone is speaking Arabic, please let me know.
And
It's like the continuation for it, like, so like I completed myself with this. Like the light is completing, or the shadow is completing the light, or the light is completing the shadows. We don't know which one is completing the other one.
Yeah, I get it. I think, maybe. But do you mean that the light is making a focus of things, and the shadow is like the aftermath of the focus?
No.
More blurry?
No, it's the other way around.
Explain, please. I will drink. You will wait.
So, like, we can see that if there is no light, there is no shadow, right? But also we can see that the shadow is the unique thing here. You know what I mean? It's the unique side in this story. So, like, I'm not seeing a shadow as just a shadow, but I see it like it's like part of you. It's like the other soul of you, like the other side of you. It's like kind of the thing that completing you, but it's the most important than the other side of you, because it's the real thing. It's not the fake one.
So you're saying that what people are seeing at first glance, this is fake. This is what we're showing, and the shadow is the real thing.
The shadow is always going to be real. You can fake your thing. You can fake the moment, but the shadow will always going to be real.
I was thinking about your shadows because I've been watching the movie 3 times. I mean, it's 6 minutes, it's possible. So I was thinking about, you say in the end, no gender, no race. And I was
No
like,
racism, I said.
no racism.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that in shadows we can also not
Because of the mindset. This is what I said in the beginning. Because of the mindset, now I saw the hand. I said, that's a hand. Because of my mindset, I know the body, and I know the hand, I know the head, I know everything. But if I don't have this mindset, if we just like came like a shadow, I don't have this mindset. So I would never know if this is a guy, if this is a girl, if this is whatever, like a person, like an animal. I would never gonna have this mindset.
We can camouflage a lot of things, or we can show a different side of us.
Yeah, and even the in the first thing, the fruits, like, oh, I know that's a banana because now I can see the banana. But if I don't have the mindset, I would never know that this is a banana.
It was kind of blurry in the first thing,
Yeah.
yes. And after the moving, we were able to see it's a banana and probably an apple or another round thing you can eat. It could have been a nectarine. Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
I think I understand, but
Yeah, you got me. Do you got my point? I mean, I'm trying to explain my point.
we're ignoring
Yeah.
them. We're ignoring them.
Okay.
No, we're not ignoring them. Did you get the point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for that. So you said you this is your second project with shadows, and you're a photographer in your first like artistic way. You started as a photographer, right?
Yeah.
And how did you come to want to do moving shadows? Or do you want to talk about or tell us a little bit about the first shadow project you did?
The first shadow project, it was like a photography project, also reflecting what is important to me in my life, but just only as a shadow. This idea of shadow, this idea of light and dark is like fascinating me, kind of, and I want to focus on it. I want to understand it more. You know, maybe it's just like something crazy for me, but that's like kind of give me some passion. You know, like something weird. I like weird. You know, and I like weird. Okay. And then, and I always, in my project, my photo project, I was speaking about the soul in the shadow. it was like a soul in the shadow. Like how the shadow can be a soul, how the shadow can speak to us, how the shadow can like tell us, like for example, you're sitting like that, maybe, oh, my knees is hurting me. The shadow will tell us, like for example, you know. So it's like kind of, it's not just shadow, it's kind of was speaking to me. And that's why I decided to do a video about it and speak about all the shitty stuff that happening to me, or that happening to a lot of people also, queer, not queer, black, not black. Like, I don't like to use black and white, that's why I said black and not black.
I like it.
You like it?
I like it. If I'm black, and that these people are white. If these people are white, then I'm black. I really like it.
Yeah. Okay, and that was the photo project.
The people in your movie, how did you find them?
My friends, all of them.
How did you find your friends? Because I don't know how to find friends.
You don't know?
No, I don't know.
Maybe because friends sometimes are assholes.
Yes, but I know, you know, I found it a very interesting thing because I've seen my friends fucking because queers. And but how did you find your friends, or how did you make your friends, or how, in what kind of scenario did you get to film your friends fucking?
It's just like telling them, ignore me. Like now. Exactly. Like, just ignore me and ignore the camera. And they were like, of course, they were so shy and we had to repeat the thing. But we're queer, né? And they were shy for the first 2 minutes.
And then you were in full porn mode.
And then I was like, please don't move. I need this spot because the shadow, here. And they were like, fuck you, we're doing our stuff. You said it, we're doing our stuff. So I was like, oh my god.
So you had like situations in mind that you wanted to portray. You wanted to have people fucking on camera.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been the other way around, that you were just chilling, smoking shisha, and then people started fucking. You were like, ooh, pretty. Could have been.
Yeah. It could have been also, but actually I was like just putting my camera there, and they were smoking shisha and were like smoking weed also and stuff like that, and then
All legal.
all legal, yeah. CBD, it's not legal. And then drinking alcohol and halal alcohol.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. And then, like, okay, like, and then when it gets there, I was like, okay, let me get my lights and my cameras all there. So I'm kind of like, let's go. We're friends. Hey, come on, we're queer. What is that?
I mean,
yeah, test your friend. It's not bad.
yeah.
I'm joking.
I'm not.
I'm not testing my friends.
I mean, if we were not ignoring them, we could ask who had sex with how many people in this room. And
That's the thing. I said that because I have 2 friends here. I cannot say that.
Okay, we will talk about this later.
Hey, lady.
We will find you, fuckers. Because we're on a tight schedule, a heavily tight schedule, we will come back to you and talk with everyone together about your art in general, art and social change, art and community. But thank you for this already.
Thank you.
I'm introducing now and asking onto the stage Augustus and Victoria from Lithuania Film Festival Private. Thank you for being here. Since when have you been here?
Day before yesterday.
Everyone's like, oh no. The day before yesterday. I read that your festival, do you know who these people are? First. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this much, and they're going to tell you more than this. This is Augustus. This is Victoria from the film festival Kravis. Look at me speaking like me.
You like the name?
I'm curvy, so yes. And also, you are doing a queer archive. So first question, how did you get the crazy idea that this is a good idea? To have a shitload of work and create an archive and a film festival. How did this happen?
Not only that, there are more things as well.
That you're doing?
Yes.
Do you have a life?
Well, define life.
Yes, please tell us about it. The life and the archive and the film festival.
You start maybe with the festival.
And if you want to talk about face-sitting, I have a fan.
That's okay. Actually, it's not only film festival, because we started joining a film festival in Vilnius, and then it was queer film festival. Then we decided that we want to involve more cultural forms and have it like more. It was more LGBT and more identity, but then we decided to have it queer, involve more themes and also different cultural forms. So it was 10 years ago. It's 10 years this year.
10 years.
Yes.
And for everyone who doesn't know, Vilnius is in Lithuania. I didn't know because I don't know shit.
Yeah, so it's okay. And then, so that's how it started, and then we went through different kinds of phrases. It was crisis years and less crisis years, and then like at some point we came up maybe 5 years ago, and we came up with this format which is comfortable for us, which is not too much. It's still too much at the time of the festival and before, but then the format allows everyone to be everywhere. So like everyone who is involved in the festival and guests, they can come to everything if they want. So it's nothing is at the same time. So and then a bit shorter, and so it's quite comfortable.
So that means you don't have like different tiers like here, that you don't have like 3 cinemas and everyone could go to everything.
Yeah.
How much is everything?
It's not as much as here as well. So
yeah, these people are crazy.
Yeah, but Hamburg is also Vilnius is not Hamburg as well. So it's but size-wise, it's smaller. So and then there are a lot of different festivals happening at the same time. So we for us it's like 5 days, and then we have every day. Starting from late afternoon until night, something, 5 days. So it's and then we have sometimes we have exhibitions. We have which we curate if we have resources, but it also very much depends on the people who are involved in the festival. So like if people coming with I don't know curatorial ideas or capacities, and they come and then they bring this resource. Then, but we always have readings, for instance. We always have some screenings. We always have discussions, or like talks, as we call them, less than discussions. So it's like that, and then we have parties as well, which is
of course you have parties.
Yeah. Yes, so that's how it started, and then I joined a few years ago.
Yeah, I think 3 years ago, and I joined to be part of the Queer Archive, and together I joined the festival as well. So to say maybe a few words about an archive, I
yes,
suppose.
Please.
Yeah. So me and Augustus, we're doing the archive together. I guess it comes from our academic interests as well. Augustus was doing interviews, and he was working on queer geography of late Soviet period. I was also studying gender studies and did history before, so I guess and we both were and still are queer activists in Lithuania, so I guess Queer Archive became a point where activism and academic interests can intersect and meet. And it's not, as you mentioned, a lot of work, it could be, but we tried to find things that are interesting for us. We don't pretend that we know everything, and also I think it's important to mention that homosexuality was decriminalized in Lithuania in 1993, so the history is not that long of organized activism in Lithuania, so we really need to dig, we need to find people, and we don't find a lot of older queers that are out in Lithuania, so I'm really happy actually to see in Hamburg so many different faces and from different generations. I think when we will be old, maybe older than we are right now. So we collect interviews, we recently did guided tours in one of the cities in Lithuania, in Kaunas, where I'm from. We make historical exhibitions, write articles. And we are trying to ignite curiosity of LGBT community about history itself, not only to dream about better future, but to maybe find some influence from the past and to find out about people who are not among us anymore.
So your main interest is archiving the past, or are you also archiving the present?
Present as well.
Okay, and how does the film festival and the archive tie together?
You will always have memory section in the festival, so we try to focus on actually history, or how we make history now, or how we see history, what was in history. So by retrospectives, by specific films talking about different periods, or different experiences. So for instance, this year is Unhealth 69, which is screened here as well, film. For us, it is a film of how we make history, how we record our friends who are dying, for instance, at this moment, this very moment, who are not only queer but have additional experiences which don't help in their lives, don't help to extend their lives, or have them as good as we want to have them. But also, for instance, we had talking about recent history. We had this queer COVID experiences, which we recorded after 2 years, I think, after this pandemic started, and then at that point we thought, okay, it's who would care, and also the war is happening, and there are different things which for people which are much more interesting. But for people, it was very interesting to remember. They've forgotten what was 2 years ago. They've already forgotten. We had this method of going through their mobile phones, and they would sit and go through their photos, and then they would find something which would be about their experience at that time. And they would, oh, it was like that. And then they would start talking, and they would share something which they completely forgot. So we have these stories recorded as well.
And this was during the film festival?
It's around, so everything is intertwined, but so we presented it during the film festival as well, so it's, everything is somehow goes hand in hand, I guess. And then also, for instance, we also have a magazine which we publish once a year usually. So we
also named Craves, right?
Yes, it's named Craves, and then so we had one issue. It's actually archiving what's happening during the year in the queer and culture field, but we also devoted some special numbers. For instance, this year our number was devoted for the 10th years of festival, and so we archived the festival how we see it, so that it would stay, and these lessons would stay, and then we would remember, and then we would use it.
Your archive, is it a physical space, or is it also online, or is it both? And how can people experience it?
It's both. We have digitized magazines from the 90s in Lithuania. Also, we put interviews online, but also we have a small space in Vilnius where we can put the things, documents, or even like different artifacts. For example, we have a stone that broke a window. There was an LGBT flag, and the window was broken, so we took the stone as a memory, because we can also archive homophobia. It's part of queer experience, and it's also important to have something. So like we look at things from a queer perspective as well, you know, a queer object, when does an object become queer?
When you sit on it.
I guess, yeah,
Chickens
our mics are queer now.
Yes, everything's queer. Chickens are queer, the sofa's queer. Thank you so far. We are so very much going to talk with you more after the break. Thank you for coming, and take your comments with you.
It was very serious.
You didn't want to talk about sex with them. Oscar and Elios from the movie Orlando. Please join me at the stage.
You're wonderful.
Thank you.
I've been really enjoying this talk. Thanks to you. Thank you.
Ah.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Okay, these are Elias and Oscar from the opening movie Orlando. Who has seen the movie? Has someone seen the movie? Look at all those arms.
Wow.
People have seen you making out with a tree.
Elios.
How are you doing? No making out with trees with you.
Not on camera.
Oh, but you're also a tree outmaker, make-outer? Outmaker, make-outer?
Yeah.
Big trees.
What?
Big trees.
Okay, people who did not see the movie, there was a make-out scene with a tree. If you didn't get that from this conversation. Okay.
Hi.
The movie, okay, I heard it is a good thing to just have a short description of the movie, but I think I would fail at that.
Oh, yeah.
So, as I think that you have... Do you want to make a short description of the movie? Because I think it's quite complex and I wouldn't know how to break it down. Please do it.
Anyone in the crowd?
We're ignoring them.
Yeah, if you have seen it, then you can talk about it.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
who
way
wants
more
to-
interesting.
You get if someone gets a good description of the movie, you can have one of these strings.
Yeah,
Jules.
exactly.
Jules.
One, just one.
Jules? I feel like you know way more about Orlando than we do.
Yes.
But I'm in Orlando too, you know.
Exactly.
so all the other people should talk.
Oh, people, don't act so shy.
Come with us. Come sit with us.
Yeah, it's Paulina.
Sorry, do you mind, do you want a condom?
Why not?
There you go. I haven't used mine.
That's the sofa.
No, I don't
Behind
need
the
a condom.
sofa. No condom. So, hi.
I'm sure there's.
Do you want to say your name?
Yeah, hi, I'm Ines. Nice to see you.
This Ines.
I just came in here, so I missed the first part of the conversation, unfortunately, so I hope I don't say something stupid now.
No, I'm the person who says the stupid things. That's my role.
This is a safe space.
It's not.
No, there's no safe spaces. Anyhow, the Orlando movie. I think Orlando is a book by Virginia Woolf. And
This is true.
in this book, a person changes their gender in the middle, just casually while they are asleep, and change, yes. And they stay the same person, but they just change gender. That's how it's described in the movie.
Yes.
And yes, the movie you're part of is comprised of different people in different stages of transition, who all are Orlando.
Damn, boy. Okay, which drink do you want to have? Which drink do you want to have?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you, Ian. That was great. I mean, yes, that was what's happening, right?
Can we just ask like people from the audience to answer all the questions, or?
We can try. We can try. So one thing that was very interesting to me behind is that there were many things. So the thing is, you were all Orlando. So how many Orlandos were there? 12, 13, 25, 400?
Billions.
Yeah.
Billions of Orlandos. So the thing that was happening in the movie, in case you haven't seen it, is that it started with one person saying, if I had to make my own biography, then I can't do it because Virginia Woolf already did it with Orlando, and then a lot of Orlandos were introduced, and you were 2 Orlandos.
Yeah.
So question 1, because I haven't read the book. Did you read the book?
I got to like 3/4 and yours is hiding right.
Did you read the book?
Yeah, I started, and then I just do something else, and then maybe I forgot to read the book. But also because I read the French version, and this is a very bad version. Now
This is the excuse.
yeah, it's a good excuse. This is the first time I use it. Before that, I just didn't have excuse. So this is a very bad version, and I have to find a good French version of Orlando, or I have to practice my English very hard, and then I could read the original version.
I tried to read Virginia Woolf, different books, and you said 3/4. That's very good. I didn't come that far, so I guess we're all just. It was a bad version, probably.
Yes, very.
Wait, which language did you try to read it?
The original.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
But
not-
I mean, I get the concept,
I get the concept as well. I mean, and I can talk about deeply about it,
Me
and
too.
also intellectually about the concept and the greatness of the idea of the changing body in sleep, and that transition is something that just happens in sleep and in the behind and stuff like that. Look at me being intelligent. But the things that I wanted to ask you was, so seeing that you didn't read the book as I did not, so did you develop your Orlandos yourself, or did you get stuff out of the book? Because the thing is that I found very interesting is that I didn't know with any Orlando if you are telling your own stories or the stories of the book.
That's the whole point.
I thought so! So, how does it work when you're not reading the book?
I mean, I didn't read the book. I didn't really have to because I am an Orlando.
He read the script though. He read the script.
It's your life. Why should you read a book about your life?
No,
I see.
I saw the movie, the first movie, Still Last Written. So I really get the style of the book, kind of, the pictures of the book.
And you read the Wikipedia article.
What?
The Wikipedia
I read
article.
that. Come on.
And I mean, it was very interesting because we had some sentences from the book who we had to say them between interviews, filming interviews, and I was like, oh, I didn't read the book, but I should, because this is really like close to me. I really get it, so I should definitely read the book.
Paul selected the best parts for us.
So, oh, perfect. So you got someone to read the book for you, and then you could develop yourselves into the book.
Yes.
So it wasn't that Virginia Woolf wrote your story, but you wrote your own story, and Virginia Woolf plagiated it 200 years ago. It wasn't 200, but you know, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you were all interwoven with Virginia Woolf and all the Orlandos, and did you have the feeling that you are also, that all Orlandos are the same and also completely different? That's the
Same
yes or
and
no
different.
question.
Yeah, well, I guess by that you mean what we have things in common, but also
if you want to.
things that are different. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like everyone, right? I mean, I don't know.
So,
I mean, and the point of Orlando is that they woke up as another gender, but they know that they have changed gender, and they didn't forget how they were before that. Like us. I mean, I don't know you, but I didn't forget before, you know.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
I think, yeah, and also the other thing with that is, when I read Orlando, I feel like the...
3/4, you mean?
Yeah. When I read the book. I feel like almost the gender change comes at a point, but it's like almost... It's not a detail, like it's really important, but it's one amongst many others. And it's kind of like, when we're amongst trans people, I think that that's also how we feel, like it's just like... That is one thing amongst other things. So yeah, obviously we have that in common, but there's also so many other things that we want to be, we want to achieve, and like that's as important.
Like sitting on someone's face?
Yeah, but I mean, I've achieved that many times. I mean, I'm passing on that.
Good for you.
I've got more ambition than that.
More face sitting? Okay, one thing I wanted to say is that I found it very interesting that like the story of Orlando and there is no changing of names, so it's like the anti-dead naming, because I personally have a problem with the word dead naming.
Yeah, me too.
Dead.
You too.
Yeah.
So you can talk about it then.
Yeah, I hate the name dead name. No, I mean,
Thank you.
yeah, because I mean, I don't really like, but this is really for me, and I hope I will not blessé, hurt some person, but I mean, I'm the same person since the beginning. Even if I change my name, even if I had heirs or I don't have, and I think that transition is like a continual journey, and I don't want that in my life. There's such a broken time.
Yes. Do you want to say something?
Oh, I was just going to say that I think that for me, my name isn't mine. Like the name I had before isn't dead. It's definitely not dead. But I hope that the weight that was like put upon that name for me is completely dead. Weirdly. So yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I will just add to that my problem with the terminology of dead name is that it just tells one kind of story, a story of struggle and a story of having to kill something in oneself to be something else. And this is a true story for some people, but it's not the true story for everyone. And I think it's a very problematic term as having the one term for having an old name.
Maybe we should invent a new one.
How about old name?
Old name.
Former name.
I said administration name.
Say what again?
Administration name.
Administration name.
Yeah, because I didn't change it.
No, me neither. I like my name, it's fine. Orlando liked their name also, I wanted to say. Virginia Woolf. And me, we're the same, so I'm also Orlando. Okay. I want to talk... Oh, they're talking French.
He's saying basically that he doesn't want to tell a story about mourning when he's talking about transition.
Okay, this is an empowering last sentence. But I want to talk, we are going to talk, all of us are going to talk, everyone who was on this stage before is going to come back, and we're all going to talk about the different aspects of films, of being in films, making films, having film festivals, art and social change, and also how community ties into all of that.
Yay.
Thank you. Thank you for coming back. So, welcome back, people. I don't know, it's less people, that's good. We don't want them. Okay, we are back again. If someone wasn't here before, you've lost, and it is what it is. We have right here the first two people left of me. Left, your right, my left. Two Orlandos from Orlando. Elias and Oscar are protagonists in the Orlando film.
Oh, thank you.
Please, light away. Then we have Ether, whose movie we just screened like an hour ago. A Sudanese activist, filmmaker, and photographer. And also we have Victoria and Augustus from the Kreves. Look at me. Multilingual. Film Festival and also Queer Archive in Lithuania. Thank you for being here. So the great thing about this setup is that we have like everything around movies right here, because I'm an avid watcher. You've been protagonists in movie, you are making movies, and you are doing a film festival, so we have like everything.
We should do something together.
We are doing something together, it's called a panel. So I will ask you very interesting questions, and feel free to just answer them and also talk to each other. I'm just pretty and sitting here, and if you have interest in talking to each other directly, please do that. We're still ignoring the audience because they don't sit on faces, we do, except for Augustus, right? You said you don't want to. Microphones. Please give a microphone.
Would you like to explain? Yeah. Why you don't like face sitting, please?
I didn't say that. Because misinterpreted completely.
Okay, because I really have an interesting question to ask, if you care to hear it. Because I was really happy about seeing in Aetha's movie people having sex, because people are always saying love is love and queer love is queer love and love is all. And I think, and I know, the problem is not who we're loving, the problem is who we're fucking or not fucking, and which nations we are not building. And it's not really about just love or not loving the wrong or right people, but it is very much about the deviance and the physicality of queerness. In brackets, asexual people exist and they're still important. But anyways, it is a lot about fucking or not fucking, and who we are fucking or not fucking. So my question is to all of you: how do you feel about the physicality of sex and queerness in your brackets of work? And as a special question to Eva is why did you want to incorporate sex? And as a special question for Victoria and Augustus, do you show porn? And as a special question to Oscar and Elias, are you participating in porn? There you go. Now you get a microphone. And talk to each other, because I did my thing.
Yeah? No, I mean, you're without a condom, you go first, because you're without a condom. I have a condom.
True.
Please.
You.
The tree. Talk us about the tree.
About the tree. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say.
You know, there's a Sudanese film called Talking Under the Tree.
No.
There is I'm telling you, there is a Sudanese film.
Oh, I thought you said you know. Oh no. Oh, sorry. No. Sorry, no.
I'm gonna change it now. It's like fucking under the tree. I didn't see the film. I didn't see the film actually. I left before. I was in the opening day, but I left before because of health things.
Okay.
But yeah, you should see this film.
Okay.
And then we can change it.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Fucking under the tree.
Yeah, great. Let's make it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this is the porn question then.
So the question is, would we act in porn? Is that what our question is?
Well, I'm interested,
Okay.
but that is not the question. You
Okay.
don't have to out yourself as a sex worker if you don't want to, and so I'm totally fine with it. So no, you can answer the question whether or not you want to participate in porn, because, as I said, people are interested. But also, how do you feel about the physicality of queerness, like the physical things in queerness, and also in the movies you are partaking in? It doesn't have to be porn,
Yeah.
but we like porn.
Yeah, go for it. I'm still thinking about it. I think.
Okay, so I'm just gonna talk about my point of view, like my how can I see things, like, because even in my photography things, my photography project, my photography works, I'm working more with the body. So I'm trying to give my messages through bodies, and I did a lot of projects like just with body, because I guess just body is not just body, you know, like body is something like kind of holy thing, like kind of like something fascinating, and just like sex is not just like fucking and coming and juice and everything. No, it's like kind of like deep connection, you know, with those two holy bodies, two holy things, like the deep connection between them. That's why I choose to do my projects, like my photo projects, with body, because we can feel connected more. Because I mean, that's my point of view. Like I said, we just like feel connected to the bodies more, like, because when for example I see my body, and I'm autosexual, by the way. So when I see my body, I was like, it's like I feel connected to myself more. Like I don't have to masturbate to feel myself. I don't have to like pleasure myself to feel myself, or like to feel happy. Just see myself. That's for me enough, and that's for me like connected with myself more. And I think also like having sex with other person. Sorry, did I touch you? Oh, sorry. I missed, I missed. Why you went away? I'm sitting here.
I wanted more light on you.
So it's like, for me, it's like more connection, like to the soul, to each other, more than everything else. That's, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just... I think so much about also being trans, for me anyway, that is about controlling my image and my body, the way I walk, like being super conscious of, yeah, the way I hold myself constantly. And I think the whole work of like this movie and stuff, and some of the scenes is also just like trying to let go of that and feeling like, okay, that it's just to like, it's okay to just be, even if I think that our bodies probably like have already taken in so much they can't just be, but I think that's like the goal anyway of like, it's just letting yourself be vulnerable, so just be yourself and like stop trying to like, I don't know, control those kinds of things, but that's like a big challenge. Does that make sense?
So the question for us is, do we show porn? Actually, we think a lot about doing that, and this year we showed in our space, but the program was not on porn. It was about sex or lack of it, or different approaches towards sex. And the reason why we did not show it before was that we never found a space good enough for it. I had the dream to to show some porn in sauna because we have festivals outside the city that we participate in showing movies. We don't do that, so there was this idea, but then the COVID came and we didn't manage. Yeah, maybe you want to add something about.
But we screen films which have a lot of sexual content in them as well. We did the Sappho Fest as well one year, so it's like this queer feminist festival, which we usually screen something there quite often. And then, so we do have, and I think it's very important, but for me personally, it gets very boring. Like, for me, a bit of sex is really interesting, and then I get bored quite fast. So, for instance, for me, the porn screening is not something I can sit through, personally. And then I meet other people who feel the same, quite the same. So, like when it's just pieces of integrated porn content, then it's something different than or when it's mixed with something else. For us, for now at least, we found that it works a bit better than just pure porn screenings. But then it's, of course, it depends on people. And I agree that it's very important. In fact, this bodily part, it's very, very important. And then also showing different bodies and like different activities and like different, how we express identities through connecting with other people. So I think it's very, very important part. I can remember from my childhood the moments which stuck in my head, you know, like which were like those moments were related to sex, actually, like from seeing the sex on regular screen somewhere, and then the sex which I can connect to, or just sexual content which I can really relate, and then it's something in it.
And I wanted to add one more thing from the archival perspective. We recently had an interview where we learned, we had interviews about different places where people used to gather, where were the first gay bars or queer bars, and we learned that in one of them a lot of porn was made. And we got really curious, and we thought that, you know, it would be really interesting to have this material in an archive. Then I was talking to one person. I asked whether he knows or not. Maybe he has. And we didn't even speak about it, so sorry that I'm talking to everyone before, but it was like 2 days ago. And I don't know, you know, how to have it, even how to approach it, because for people back then, like I'm talking 90s, it was a way to get money, and we should also talk about exploitation when we talk about such topics. And like now I'm even afraid to have such content in an archive, because for someone who was participating there, it can ruin their life right now. So yeah, sorry for being party poopers this evening, but it's a complicated topic.
Yeah, I think we can talk about stigma, different kinds of stigma in any kind of way, because a part of queerness is still the stigma, and a part of the stigma is the sex, and the sex I mean, public fucking is something that is frowned upon. I don't know why, really. Well, I do, but I don't care. So yeah, of course it's an important part, and sex work is having a different kind of stigma as well. And there are great movies about that as well, which we also could talk about. Well, as this was titled like art and social change and stuff, is something I'd like to ask you, all of you, is how do you feel that community ties into your work? So maybe who are you doing your work for? Are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it with someone in mind or something in mind? Is this something that is community building, and do you have a picture or feeling to your works and the topic of social change and face-hitting?
6 minutes, people. Chop,
Okay,
chop.
I'm not sure I understand really, but I want to say about the porno and everything. It's for me, it's not about porno or not porno, but actually, who is going to show my body, and how, and who is going to see it actually. And I don't really know. I'm not really sure about the answer, because what I like with Orlando is that everybody can see this movie, but it talks in particular to queer people, I hope, and to trans people, and this is what is very powerful for me, and this is the kind of movie I wanted to see since a long time, from trans people with trans people. And I'm trying to do this as much as I can, but also sometimes I just need to work. And,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like for me, I have like two separate kind of works. Like, so I'm doing art, I'm doing activism. So I'm an artivism, so both in one. And the photos or the films or even the performances that I'm doing, it's kind of activism kind of way, and I'm focusing more about everyone who identified themselves as women, like women rights, queer rights, and also the Sudanese right, because I will never gonna forget that I'm coming from Sudan and we still need a lot of things to do in my country. So maybe my kind of art is not funny for most of the people, because it's like kind of, I mean, a lot of people left when I'm doing performances because it was like too hard for them. But that's the reality. So if you cannot face the reality, so like just, it's okay, go, fuck off. So who I want to reach is all who can like really feel what I feel. I'm not doing work just because I'm doing works. I'm doing work because I felt everything that I did in my works. Yeah, I don't want to speak more, but that's like, so sometimes I feel like there's a lot of people, they don't speak their minds, but maybe if they saw some of my works, it's like, okay. And it happens to me a lot. Like some people, especially women, they say like, oh, you said all of the things that we want to say, but we cannot say, especially in my community, in Sudanese community, and queer Sudanese community as well, and black here in this country. Yeah.
Yeah, so first of all, we do the festival for ourselves and for the queer community. We emphasize it every time, and with the archive as well, that yeah, it's hard to say that we don't care about the others because they're always there, but first and foremost, festival is a place to meet and to socialize. Festival is a space, and I hope that during, after, and between there's a lot of face sitting and people, and this is where people meet to do that.
Thank you. I have a lot of more. I have do we? Yes, I have so many more questions to ask you all, but sadly I am shitty at this job, so we don't have time anymore. And I'm not shitty.
No, you're
I'm perfect. Thank you. Thank me. So, but, you know, time is a concept we all adhere to in one way or another, so I'm not able to ask you more questions right now. I hope, though, that you all, at your different ways of being artists, activists, watchers of movies, makers of movies, participants in movie making, and also fucking, because as we established it, right? That fucking is an important part of why queer people are being oppressed. So I hope that you all have something deep in your heart that is very good for you in doing what you do. I hope you all know that whether you are being told it or not, that you're reaching people. People are thinking and talking and feeling about all of your work you're doing. And I really hope that you feel appreciated, because movies to watch and places to have is something that is part of community building, and if we're not feeling part of that community or feeling well in this community, is still something we can connect to. And so I'm really hoping that your festival will go on for the next 20, 100 million years, and that Ether is going to make 100 million more movies which will be shown at your festival, and maybe these little French twins will be starring in them. Someone likes little French twins. I mean, come on, get up, you're little. You're tiny.
I think people are laughing because you hit that like right on the spot.
I mean, well, twinks, sitting on faces. Whatever. Thank you for being here. We are not ignoring you anymore, or maybe we will keep on ignoring you. I think I have drunk the whole bottle by myself, so I might get drunk now. I hope you will talk to each other and not ask the people annoying questions, only nice questions when you see them in the next days. Because hardworking activists, you know, without activism, we would be nowhere and shit. Blah, blah, blah. Time is up. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Something more? We have water also.
Only one moment.
Sekt.
We picked up ice.
You will get some.
Thank you. Closed.
You can stay if you want to.
You have to stay.
You have to stay one moment, please.
This is very important, very important.
Really important part. So, my dear, thank you so much, all you, for this fantastic and fun discussion.
Thank you very much. And overall, we would really like to specifically thank you for the amazing facilitation. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you. And Ilios and Oscar and Ita, please come back to the sofa. And Victoria and Augustus for being here and for your time and for being with us. This is only the beginning. We hope that you will stay a bit longer so we can, if you feel like it, continue the chatting.
And thank you so much for Lena, for the awareness, to Tony and Jelle for the audio tonight.
And for C, Alyssa and Simon for the video. And for Claude, C and Wipke for the amazing trailer. In case you haven't seen it, please watch the Q Talk Time trailer.
The Offbar for sharing this space with us. The Film Festival for their support, and specifically Lea. I'm sorry, Lea, for 100 SMS too.
And the Bauchladenmonopol, Plan B, for the equipment and for the support.
And all our friends for helping us to set up this space and for all the support in the weeks before. And of course the wonderful Q Talk Time crew.
Please, yes.
And don't forget the spend action, the fundraising action. Spend box are on the bar. We have the Dino here. You can take one flyer and do from home. So, and I hope we see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we have another discussion with two activists from Iraq and Afghanistan. It will be really great. And now, see you on the dance floor.
And one more. Why we can feel that the energy is super high.
Do a picture.
Yes. Why we can feel the high energy. We would like to ask you, we have prepared a little message of solidarity for LGBT plus rights Ghana. And if you would all like to come, we would like to take a group photo and send it to them. So you can come now, don't be shy. Yes, that means all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for the place, the space for talk.
Ich mache uns hier so ein Tor auf. Ich dachte, wir machen mal laufen, dann kann das Foto da noch mit rein. Sorry.
I'm good at making people feel good. So here we have the always